inception, they've been laboring with sorcery and enchantments. Read.
If so, be thou shalt be able to profit.
Yeah, see if that's going to be able to profit you. Come on.
If so, be thou mayest prevail.
Yeah, see if you're going to prevail against the judgment of the Most High, for what I have in store for them. Read.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 13.
Now, I'm here only because the Most High said don't do these things, and they're doing these things. And if you get caught up with them, you're going to follow this same mindset, because people are still dealing with these things, and they try to come out of it like, oh no, I'm not really, dealing with it, but here I'm hearing it. You hear it because they've been brain polluted. How do they know about these things? It ain't something that we pass down to each other. They know it because this is what the Most High said, this is what they will be doing. That's why he said, get thee in the darkness. Get thee in the ignorance. Not knowing. You ain't gonna never know. But we following someone that don't know. So you're not gonna know. You will be a certain way. Read.
Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers, the stargazers, the monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
So now, all of them, it's no different if you demonize. He's talking to Israel too. Because you following them, you looking at whatever it is you want to try. People always trying to deal with these signs. You ain't going to deal with these signs in a certain way. Come on, man. Anything could change to anybody at any time, depending on what the situation is. God, you know what I mean? Just to say you're going to be this way, you're going to be this way because you are whatever side you are. You know what I mean? That's why he said, tell them, say, hey, let's see what your astrologer. Trust in astrology if you want to. Reagan, he was dealing with astrology every day. Most I had him not knowing who he was for 10 years. You could call him astrology for 10 years. No astrologer or whoever, stargazer or anything on them days. 10 years, man, I had him not knowing who the hell he was. That's why I say, man, hey, call on let now your astrologers, read, stargazers, read, monthly prognosticators, stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee. So let them stand up and help you to save you from the things that the Most High going to bring upon you and upon Israel. Understand that those that are evenized, those that follow these same traditions of men, same thing. Because they depended on them, right? You don't eliminate the Most High. Remember, you ain't got to follow his laws, you ain't got to follow his rules and regulations. So he said, don't do this. We just read it, right? He said, don't do this, and we in their world. And this is what they said that we're supposed to be, we're doing. So here we are. But we see the same thing that happened to them, the same thing that happened to those that follow them. Read.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 14.
Now this is the lake of fire. This is a whole lot of fire you were talking about. Read.
Behold, they shall be as stubble.
They're going to be as what?
As stubble.
They're going to be as stubble. Dried up weeds. Tumbleweeds. Read.
The fire shall burn them.
Fire will burn them. Read.
They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame.
They will deliver themselves from the power of the flame. Read.
There shall not be a cold, warm axe, nor fire to sit before it.
Right. Yes.
Can I get it real quick?
Yeah.
Obadiah 1 verse 18.
Hold on. Let's get there. This is the end result. This is the end result. They're going to be as stubborn. We were saying they're going to be as stubborn. The fire. Right there. To let them kindle in the flame. Read.
Obadiah chapter 1 verse 18.
Right.
And the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
It's going to be the fire. The house of Jacob shall be a fire. Read.
And the house of Joseph a flame.
The house of Joseph a flame. Come on.
And the house of Esau for stubble.
The house of Esau for stubble. So now, you gotta put it together, because you can't just, see, a lot of times, By the time we go to Obadiah, you forgot about where we came from. You understand the precept? Go back to the precept in verse 14.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 14. Behold, they shall be as stubble.
They shall be as stubble. They. You got to know who the they is. They shall be as stubble. Right? Read.
The fire shall burn them.
Fire shall burn them. Read.
They shall not be, they shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame.
They're not going to deliver themselves from the power of the flame. Read.
There shall not be a coal to warm it, nor fire to set before it.
That's right. They shall be as stubble. Fire shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame. And here we say, we're going to go back to Obadiah. Get Malachi 4:1 first. Because these are the things that Moses said don't do, right? He said he told us don't do these things that they're doing. So now here they are doing them. So now this is judgment. Malachi 4:1.
Malachi chapter 4, verse 1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly shall be stubble.
That's right. You're going to be stubborn. It's going to burn like an oven, and all the proud, the ones think they all that, yeah. And all that do wickedly, all that don't want to follow the laws of the Most High, shall be stubborn. Read.
The day cometh,
The day that comes.
and the day that cometh shall burn them up,
And the day that cometh shall burn them up. Read.
saith the power of hosts,
Said the Most High power of armies. Read.
that it shall leave them neither root nor branch.
Don't leave them neither root nor branch, man. That means ain't gonna be no lineage. Ain't gonna be no lineage. Now get Obadiah.
Obadiah chapter 18.
Verse 18.
It's locked in. Obadiah 1 and 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
Oh, that's stubble right there. House of Esau for stubble. Read.
And they shall kindle in them,
Yeah, this fire, this flame of the 12 tribes of Israel gonna kindle in them. Read.
and devour
And
them.
devour them. Read.
And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Most High hath spoken it.
That's right. The Most High spoke this. Ezekiel 25 and 14.
Ezekiel chapter 25, verse 14. And I will lay my vengeance upon Edom by the hand of my people Israel.
We just read about it. Read.
And they shall do in Edom according to my anger.
And we're going to do them in according to the anger of the Most High. And we just read. That's the end result. Read.
And according to my fury.
See, according to the anger of the Most High and according to the Most High's fury. Read.
And they shall know my vengeance, said the Most High. Power.
That's right. They will know the vengeance of the Most High. Now go back to Isaiah 47. So I got to make sure that, because people say, oh, well, that's not talking about them. When you read verse 14, behold, they shall be as stubble. Who is the they? Read verse 1. We got to bring it on home.
Isaiah.
Actually, you know, we got to prove it, though. Read that.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1.
Right.
Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of
All
Babylon.
right, so it's talking to, generally, if you go through the first parts of these books, even in the first parts of the chapters, you can see that it's talking to a certain people. This is talking to, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
7:8.
Come.
Psalms 137, verse 7. Remember, O Most High, the children of Edom.
So now we're looking for who is this virgin daughter of Babylon. So it says, remember, O Most High, the children of Edom. Read. Whose forefather is Esau. They became a nation called themselves Edomites. Read.
In the day of Jerusalem.
In the day of Jerusalem, they said what?
Who said, raise it, even to the foundation thereof.
Yes. When we went into captivity under the Babylonians, they burned down our children. You read that in Ezra 4:45 on page 5. If you had a red apostle. They said, raise it to the foundation there. Who did it? Read 1 Ezra 4:45.
First Ezra chapter 4, verse 45. Thou also hast vowed to build up the temple which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldees.
See? Edomites burned our temples down, man. And Judea was made desolate by the Ethiopians. That's why he compared them to the Ethiopians. They was right with them. We were in the captivity of Nebuchadnezzar, King Nebuchadnezzar, Babylonian, the Ethiopians. They taking on that same type of spirit. That's why we're looking for the virgin daughter of Babylon. So they said, raise it to the foundation thereof. They burned it down. Man. Back to Psalms 137, verse 8. Now we see it says, remember, O Most High, verse 7, the children of Edom. Now who are the children of Edom?
Psalms 137, verse 8. O daughter of Babylon.
See, O daughter of Babylon, read.
Who art to be destroyed.
We already read about them being destroyed. Who are to be destroyed, read.
Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee, as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
Right. Happy shall it be that reward them as they rewarded us. Since they're going to be happy to reward them as they rewarded us. Happy shall it be, because that's what they did to us. I mean, I have the pictures here. I have what they did for us. They did in Mars. Happy shall it be. See, look. Here it is right there. Read that again. Happy shall it be that rewarded us. They rewarded us. Look at this. See if you can see that on the camera.
Psalms 137, 8. Happy shall he be that rewardeth thee, as thou hast served us. Happy shall he be that taketh and dasheth thy little ones against the stones.
See? Just like they dashed our little ones against the stone. Well, see, it's right there. This is a book called A Short Account of the Destruction of the Indians by Thaahwam de la Casas. Edomite that wrote about what was happening when they came here in 1492 in picture form. It's a good book to get. So, these are things that happen to us. So he's saying, happy shall it be to do the same thing that would have happened to us. It's going to happen to them. Like, he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which he has done. There's no respect of persons. Did you finish? Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 47, verse 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon.
So we see that the virgin daughter of Babylon says Edom, represents Edom in this particular incident. From the precept in Psalm 137, 7 to 9. Read.
Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Right. America's not going to be called tender and delicate. They're not going to be called tender and delicate anymore. They're being revealed. So now, go back to where we're at in Leviticus 19th chapter. See, these are the things that we're not supposed to be doing that they're promoting. Like you said, they're promoting it in English and in Spanish. Right? Yeah, so that we could do the things and accept their way, which is the wrong way, is contrary to the way that the Most High said we should be acting. Read Leviticus 19 and 31.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them.
So he told us not to do this. And he told them, hey, depend on them. See if all these things that you depend on are going to help you in the time that I visit you. Read.
I am the Most High, your power.
That's right. Verse 32.
Thou shalt rise up before the hoary head, and honor the face of the old men, and fear thy power. I am the Most High.
Right. So you're supposed to rise up before the man with the gray beard, and honor the face of the old man. That's the elders. And fear thy power, the Most High. I am the Most High. But people that's respect, man. You know, that's a symbol of respect that you're supposed to have for the aged man, because you live in this world, you live in 365 days a year. Sometimes more than that. You used to put a leap year in there, right? Every 4 years you put an extra day, right? So you live in all that time, you gotta look at all the time that you done lived as a young man, and you look at you done live longer than that, you have to deal with them 365 days, 366 days every 4 years that he gives, right? You live in a long time. Every day you look at the houses that you deal with, all the things you have to deal with. You go back to another age when it wasn't as easy as it is now. It wasn't easy. See what I'm saying? And you see how y'all live, and then you look at generation of all the opportunity that's available and how they're not taking advantage of the opportunity that's available so they can be dumbed down, man. That's why I get Isaiah 60 and 2. Knowing that the Most High told Esau, get thee where? Into what? Darkness. Get thee and make the people ignorant. Not knowing. Because you go to school to become a what? A good what?
Slave.
Yep. So that's why y'all come when you go to work, you say, well, I'm going to the plantation. I'll get off the plantation at this certain time because it's not your own business. It's not your own corporation. The people that are working for us. You see? They're the ones that work for themselves, even if it's a daycare, they make money. Big money. Something like that level. You see what I'm saying? It's their own business. They have these houses where they get so much money a month for the mentally ill, whether they're children or whether they're adults. You see what I'm saying? Thousands of dollars a month. They just have houses, set up rooms. You know what I mean? People that have houses, set up rooms that they rent out. They own business, they own, property. They have the things that they're property from themselves. You know what I mean? Place where they rent out rooms. You got to pay $900 a month for a room. You got the whole house, but you got all these different rooms. They make good money. The mortgage is like $550 in some places. You know what I mean? You talk about California, you talk about some places where the mortgage is cheap. They can charge you. I mean, it's just your own business, whatever it is. We don't even think like that because we got to go, you're looking to make it work for somebody else. And trust them that they're going to pay you. You got to trust in that man to think he's going to pay you. And you wait a whole week to get paid. Sometimes 2 weeks. Some people get paid once a month. And you have that much faith in believing in them, but you can't believe in the Most High. And you only get it because of the Most High. You allow it. Who didn't say, hey, money, like they had, remember they was giving out IOUs, y'all remember that? It was a time period a few years ago, they was writing IOUs. I owe you. Can you imagine that? You can work the people that work a whole month get paid once a month. You done work that whole month, and they say, well, we owe you. I owe you, write you an IOU out. And you still got to come to work and you're going to lose your job.
shall cover the earth.
Darkness shall cover the earth. Darkness, it says. Darkness shall cover the earth. I mean, ignorance shall cover the earth, read.
And gross darkness the people.
And gross ignorance the people. Gross ignorance. At a high level. That's why it's so hard for people to see this truth. Because they in this gross ignorance. Their brain been what?
Brain polluted.
Polluted, right? By the Gentiles. I mean, it's not, they can take no rocket science. He get first Ezra 6 and, what is it? 69, I know it's, I think 8 and 69. Read. So we keep on saying brain polluted, just read what it is.
First Ezra chapter 8, verse 69.
Right.
The nation of Israel, the princes, the priests, and Levites, have not put away from them the strange people
So
of the
now,
land.
see, he says, we as the children of Israel did not put away from us the strange people of the land. We're going to go into it on a high level of spiritual. We've got to go deep. Read.
Nor the pollution of the Gentiles.
There it is right there. Nor the pollutions of the Gentiles. So if you following what the Gentiles bringing forth, your brain will be what? Polluted. Pollution of the Gentiles. We have not put away from us, first and foremost, their mindset. The way they think. The way they have you programmed. You got to think, okay, well, let me think opposite of what they're saying, and generally you'll be on point. You will, you'll be on point. Because we're reading about it right now. He say, don't do this. What did he say? They doing it. Don't do this. Don't drink the blood, right? Did he say don't drink the blood? How they like that meat? Bloody. Red, you know. Don't do this. What they do? They do it. Don't eat pork. Swine the other white meat. You can't deny this. They say I am. Nobody seeing us. Nobody see me. They say they are Mashiach Yahushua. Until this day. Even though Exodus, they're supposed to represent the Egyptian, it was them.